happening? Today I'm going to discuss shortcuts. And it's something that we sort of always look to, like, is there a quicker way to get stuff in life done so we can get to the goal we want to get to quicker? And today I'm going to discuss that. The first question, though, you want to ask yourself is, do you find a way or do you find an excuse? And every obstacle that gets in your way that requires that shortcut gives you two choices. And it's figure it out or fall back. And with that, figuring it out pushes you forward, whilst falling back, giving up, deciding that you're not even going to take the shortcut. You're not even going to go on the road. The other one holds you back. There's a tree in the road, and there's not another way. So instead of even taking any route, you haven't even taken one. Shortcuts, though, they're there for a reason. Some people might see shortcuts as sort of like cheating, but not all of them are. A smart shortcut or a smart idea to take a shortcut is about the ways that people work smarter and harder to find that entry point to get to their destination quicker. And it's also about, especially when there's a long road ahead, a long journey, where you might want to take a shortcut because it's going to take you a long time to sort of get to where you want to be. There's still going to be steps required that you're going to still have to take on to complete and get to where you want to get. But if you skip steps, then there's really no point, because you'll be missing important and valuable sort of intentional aspects of what you're trying to get what you want done. If you sort of maneuver shortcuts effectively, though, we can get and achieve what we want quicker. And when shortcuts are used right, they save time. They save time. They reduce the friction and the stress on your life, and they accelerate the progress that you're making. And it also doesn't compromise the quality if you find an appropriate shortcut that is going to work for you. This is a massive win. If you can find a perfect shortcut that works, then you literally can't go wrong in life, because you'll get to where you want to be, you'll get there quicker, you might enjoy the shortcut, you might go, thank God we went down this route, because it was so much more beneficial for me. Another question you've got to ask yourself, though, is why do people always look for the shortcut? And the thing is, people are wired for efficiency. We want stuff done now, as soon as possible. And that's just how we have to keep up with the fast-moving world that we're in right now. The thing is, that a lot of jobs and a lot of why the world is sort of functioning by high finances. People want results fast, and the only way that sometimes you can get them results is by skipping steps, doing something wrong, missing something out, and ultimately doing the wrong thing, or taking an efficient shortcut to get stuff done fast. But like I said, by taking the potentially wrong route, if we are going fast, are we always doing the right thing? Because fast doesn't always mean right. I also think with shortcuts that there's a potential joy in taking the longer route and not the shortcut. And I think the longer route in life, it provides us depth in our life and allows us to build on it. Where potentially take the shortcut, you might, like we said yesterday about the moments in our life. If we take the shortcut, we're missing out on these moments where we go, we're just looking for the result and the end game rather than sort of the mission, the journey. The longer route also teaches us patience. What are we going to do if something goes wrong? Or if something comes up all of a sudden, have we got something to fall back on? Yes, we've got another route. It's also about being resilient, where you've got to push through that longer route. You've decided, actually, no, I'm not going to take the shortcut this time. I'm going to push through. I'm going to put everything into going this route and building up myself my progress and sort of the results I'm going to bring back. It also shapes our character. We discussed this thousands of times, where how important is character? It's massive. It's what makes you you. And taking shortcuts all the time, sometimes you don't learn about yourself. But if you take the longer route, you take the journey, you go, you put yourself on the life journey, and you go, I've just found this out about me. And also, I think sometimes the value isn't just in the destination we're trying to get to. It's like I just said, and it's one of the cringiest terms you can probably ever say on this planet. It's who we became along the way. It's like when you say that quote, "Oh, it's the friends made along the way," and it's like, yeah, it is, but it's also about the destination. But for this, it's who you allow yourself to grow. It's how you allow yourself to become the version you want to be without taking easy out. When things get hard, and we can't take shortcuts, why do we make excuses? When that path, like I said, is blocked, it creates this discomfort, and it proper kicks in, and it doesn't let us sort of adapt, and then we just end up making that excuse of, oh, I've got to turn around, or oh, now if I can't go that way, I can't go anyway. When you can, there's always another way. Growth begins when shortcuts end. The thing with shortcuts is, what I will say, use shortcuts when they serve your vision and don't fuel your own personal ego. Work for yourself, but also if you're going to take that shortcut, make sure it's beneficial for not only yourself, but for others as well. Take the long route when it's going to serve a massive purpose and be beneficial for your personal growth. Like I just said, what are you going to learn taking a shortcut every time, rather than stepping out your comfort zone and going, this time I'm gonna go all the way. I'm gonna do that full hike, and I'm gonna take every long path and see where it takes me, rather than taking the quickest route to the top. Either way, though, what I will say is just stop making excuses, because the thing is, when we make these excuses, the real answer that you'll always get back is, there is always a way, but only if you're willing to look for it.